don't listen to it. If you like it, love it. If you don't, you.
You've managed to make a career out of being yourself.
Yeah, but that's the easiest job everybody got, just to wake up in the morning to be the dopest MC in the world.
Yo, fam, jail cells to Olympic bells
is the story of Snoop Dogg.
Yo, what's good, fam? It's your boy Rackstar, reppin' rapper Vibez, and today we're taking a long, wild ride down the West Coast highways. Palm trees swaying, chrome rims spinning, and the king of the game holding it down. We're talking Snoop Dogg, the Dog Father, Calvin Broadus Jr., a G who went from slinging dope in the shadows to dodging murder raps, then flipped the script to rock the Super Bowl, Olympics, and every stage in between. This is 40 minutes of hip-hop royalty, rags to riches, gangster to guru, packed with gossip, grit, and glow-ups that'll have you glued. Love him or hate him, Snoop's the blueprint for survival and...
Well, Snoop's mother raised him. And me, really, and I really didn't see Snoop a whole lot, but from the time he was 12 up until right now.
Fire dreams, but stuck pushing mail carts. I'd see him 6, maybe 7 times a year. Snoop shrugs, just a crackly whisper on the line. Stepdad Calvin Sr. steps up, giving him the broadest tag, but he's a dark cloud, abusive.
Nicknamed Snoopy.
Tell them where Snoop Doggy Dogg comes from.
Come from Mom's. My mama gave me that name, you know what I'm saying? She used to call me Snoopy, you know what I'm saying? But I just put the doggy dog in there to give it that added flavor, so you know what I'm saying, it can have a twist with it.
Yeah, now why did she start calling you Snoopy?
I can't tell, probably because I used to look like a dog.
And by 75, he's out, leaving Mama Beverly Tate to run the show. Beverly's the real OG, a teacher's aide by day, choir queen by life, filling their rundown crib with Aretha's wails and Marvin's grooves. Picture Lil Snoop, 4 years old in a hand-me-down suit, banging piano keys at Golgotha Trinity Baptist like he's auditioning for Motown. Mama taught me to be me, he spits, dancing with her crew at house parties, dropping church plays.
My mother went through. I didn't want my kids to have that. I wanted them to understand that it's okay to struggle, but I want to help you avoid some of the things in life that I did and teach you what I was taught.
Selling drugs instead of candies, Snoop figured...
Already sparkling. X digs up a gem. He once freestyled so loud, neighbors banged on the door thinking it was a block party. Little Snoop just waving him off like, chill, fam. But the block's a beast. Lights flickering, roaches racing, rent always late. Snoop's out there at 10, bagging groceries at the corner mart, slinging papers door to door, then hawking candy like a mini Scarface. Learned to talk game early, he grins. By middle school, the Rollin' 20 Crips are flexing. Red and blue rags flapping, homies trading candy for kilos. Snoop's eyes widen. That's real paper, he thinks, and dives headfirst. High school at Long Beach Poly? He's a...
Dr. Dre was the perfect father figure, role model, mentor, and producer for me at the time because I was young, I was raw, but I needed direction and I needed some sculpting. And he was able to shape me and mold me and teach me the right way of how to do it. And he had the right team around me. And I've always respected the fact that he was willing to teach me when I was not who I am today. You know, people see the Snoop Dogg that's polished up and shined up, but they didn't see the one that was a rock, that he's seen the diamond in me. And I appreciate him for that. And I want to thank him right now for that.
The first...
Ballin' on the court, spitting bars in the halls. But 30 days after graduating in '89, he's cuffed for peddling. County jail's his crash pad for 3 years. In and out like a revolving door, he laughs, but the grind don't stop.
So Warren G goes to the bachelor party with our cassette. Music stopped, he throw the cassette in, the cassette banging, everybody at the party like, who is that? He like, that's my homeboy Snoop. So the next day, Dr. Dre called and like, nigga, I like what was on the tape. Come to the studio.
Music's his heartbeat, NWA's raw street sermons, Rakim's slick poetry, Slick Rick's tales of the hustle got him hooked. With Nate Dogg's soulful croon and Warren G's smooth vibes, he's crafting 213 tapes, named for the LBC's code.
And he was like, I need a song for this soundtrack. I'm finna go to the gym. When I get back, I need the song to be done. I'm like, well, what's the movie about? What's the soundtrack about? They like, shit, He called the company. It was about an undercover cop selling, somebody selling dope to an undercover cop. And I'm like, damn, I got caught for selling dope to an undercover cop. That's how I went to jail. So I'm like, all right, cool, I got it.
Couch surfing, borrowing dimes, living off top ramen and dreams. Then Warren G, Dre's little bro, slips a tape to the doc at a BBQ. Dre's ears perk up. Who's this kid? And fam, the West Coast quakes brewing. Now it's 92, and Snoop's riding shotgun with Dr. Dre on Deep Cover, a dark, dope-dealing anthem for a flick about undercover life. Snoop's cackling, I got popped selling to a narc. This my diary. Dre's in the lab, sculpting that G-funk sound, and Snoop's voice slides in like butter on hot asphalt. Smooth, dangerous, unforgettable. Then the chronic drops, and nothing but a G-thang hits like a lowrider hydraulics show. Snoop's flow bouncing, Dre's beats thumping. But here's the tea, Snoop's tooths screaming. He pops Auntie's pills to kill the pain, violates probation, bam, 4 months in the clink. Deep Cover drops first, then they recut G-thang when his grill's fixed. Dre's like, now you crystal fam. YouTube spills a classic. Dre once hid Snoop's mic mid-session, thinking he'd flop. Snoop freestyled a cappella, had the room shook. Pure G magic. 93's a wildfire. LA's burning after the Rodney King riots. Streets blazing like a blunt at a Compton cookout. Doggy Style lands, a G-funk Molotov, 3 million sold in year one, #1 on Billboard. Gin and Juice got the hood sippin'. Who am I? What's my name? Got the world chantin'. Snoop's spittin'. I just wanted to be the dopest MC. While Dre's mixing 70s funk and blaxploitation soul, think Superfly riding with Shaft. West snatches hip-hop's crown from the East, but the streets don't sleep. August 1993, Snoop's bodyguard smokes a rival crip. Murder charge slaps Snoop like a drive-by. Trial's a circus till 96. Courtroom packed, news choppers buzzing. Snoop's praying, my fam held me down, rocking a suit sharper than a switchblade. The Dream Team, David Kenner, Donald Ray, flips it to self-defense, and he's acquitted, but the shadow sticks like tar on kicks. Death Row's
In the world. That's all I was pushing for at the time. And Dr. Dre had a vision because he got a chance to hang out with me, and by hanging out with me, he had learned who I was. And he knew I was into a lot of 70s and old school black exploitation. And when we would ride together, I would always have a cassette with old school songs on it, and I would always control the music from the passenger seat. So he started to figure me out while we was working on the Chronic.
at its peak. Suge Knight's a titan, Tupac's a poet warrior, but cracks are showing. Dre dips in 95, tired of Suge's chaos. Word on X is Suge once locked Dre in a studio.
They need no introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Dre and Snoop Doggy Dogg.
He finished a beat. Tupac's gunned down in 96. Vegas drive-by, blood on the strip, and Thaw Dogfather flops without Dre's touch. Snoop's shook. I wrote Murder Was the Case as a vibe, then lived it, he says, voice low. Gangsta life's a cage. He's clawing for the key. By 98, Snoop's had it with Death Row's dark vibes. More negative than positive, he growls. He's on the source cover torching Suge. They holdin' my cash, my masters, like I'm a damn slave. Master P rolls up in a gold tank, drops $3 million cash on Sugi's desk. Take it, homie, and snags Snoop for no limit. It's LeBron to Miami Heat, fam, rap's biggest power play. Day game is to be sold, not to be told drops, and Snoop's
I didn't have no expressions, you know what I'm saying? It was all inner. I prayed on it. My family prayed on it. David Kenner, you know what I'm saying, put on the bomb case. Donald Ray, Marshall Morrissey, Paul Palladino, the whole Dream Team. They did what they were supposed to do, and they gave the baton to the jury, and I couldn't do nothing but just bank on them and worry about what the outcome was going to be, as far as to just sit there and hold my position and keep my head up high and just, you know, wait for the outcome.
trading G-Funk for Southern Grit, Mia X's Fire, Soulja Slim's Edge. Fans trip, where's the LBC soul? But Snoop's prophetic, South's about to run the game. YouTube's got P at a no-limit BBQ, pulling Snoop aside. You a king, not a pawn. Own your throne. P's a street Einstein, teaches Snoop the hustle. Build a label, stack tour bread, flip movie deals.
Case, that was about me losing my life, but before I lost my life, I cut a deal with the devil, but then God came back and gave me another chance. That was in my mind, but when I wrote it, it just became some gangster shit, but that was the premise behind it. And it was just in my head, like, I want to write a song like this, and then 3 months later, I caught a murder case in real life.
Whoa.
Yes, so my pen was actually writing reality. So I had to pull back from certain things and say, maybe I should start writing about life and living instead of always writing about dying and death.
99's No Limit top dog. Dre's back, dropping 3 beats. Snoop's flowing like it's 93 again, silky and sharp. Ero's The Last Meal. Rolling Stones calling it a doggy-style sequel. I Never Left, just grew.
Struck a deal, paid him, paid me, got my publishing back, gave me 3 albums, I did my...
He grins, leaning back in a velvet suit. Then 2002, Pharrell slides in. Beautiful bangs, though Pharrell's like, I sang flat, thought it'd flop.
No Limit Records, they was the hottest in the rap industry. They was the only getting money in the industry.
Right.
I'm not.
So how
I'm
was
not.
that?
Let me finish. Let me finish. I got to say this because this is very important.
Please.
Puffy and them was rocking, but they wasn't getting no money like Master P was. Like, and I had been around they camp. I had been around Def Jam. I was on Death Row. I had seen all the that supposedly had the money. Master P had the motherfucking money.
True independent.
He had the money.
X spills he hum gibberish for Drop It Like It's Hot in 2004. Snoop turned it to platinum, strutting in fur coats and shades. That pimp vibe's born, flashy threads, slick talk, untouchable swagger. Snoop's dropping gang weight. Homies, baggage, not blessings, he says, glowing up like a sunset on Figueroa. Behind the scenes, gossip says Snoop and P once bet $10,000 on a dice game at a No Limit party. Snoop lost, but laughed it off. P's the real roller. Eero 6 blue carpet treatment keeps it rolling, with X buzzing about Snoop and the game squashing beef mid-recording. Handshakes over heaters. Snoop's a chameleon. Gangster to businessman, still spitting fire. Fast forward, fam. Snoop's a multimedia titan. Reunites 213 with Warren G and Nate Dogg. The Hard Way hits top 5. Nate's croon melting hearts. Albums drop like dice. Ego Trip in 08. Malice in Wonderland 09.
And reinvention.
You understand me? He showed me how to put business because I hadn't had a record label. I was always talking that doggy style shit, but I didn't have no record label. Master P showed me how to put a label together, how to go get money, how to eat, how to make money off my tours, how to make money off of movies, how to create a different lane for me to be seen differently. He brought money to the industry because I'm telling you the truth, having no money.
And it seemed like he didn't try to hold you.
Documentary 011. Snoop's a machine. He's acting in Training Day, stealing scenes with Denzel, roasting Bieber with Martha Stewart.
I got enough footage and enough information and documents to let people know what's happening with that. That's a part of my life that I really, try to forget and try to move past, you know what I'm saying? It's like when you were in elementary school, you love to reminisce on it, but it's over with, you know what I'm saying? It's over with. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, I know that shit already. Let's move on to algebra.
X says she caught secondhand smoke at the roast and dropped the night's best singers. Then 12, Jamaica flips him. Snoop Lion rises, dropping Reincarnated, a reggae vibe. I'm Bob Marley reincarnated, he boasts. Rasta elders snap, weed don't make you Rasta. YouTube's got Bunny Wailer calling it fraud. But Snoop's like, I'm spreading peace, fam.
First album I've done with Snoop was in 1993, and it's the only album I've ever produced on Snoop, right? 30 years ago. So now, believe it or not, we're getting together again, and we're almost done with the album. The first album was called Doggy Style. So we decided to flip it and call this one Missionary.
That's Jimmy's favorite position.
I like that. That's your favorite position?
Jimmy been a missionary for 30 years.
Chill. 15, he's Snoop Dogg again, dropping heat yearly. Bush with Pharrell, Kool-Aid mixing old and new. 18's Hollywood star. 22 Super Bowl with Dre, M, 50, Mary, Kendrick. West Coast royalty, fam. X spills Dre and Snoop laughed over Death Row Tales late night rehearsing. Snoop smoking a blunt bigger than a mic stand. Then he buys Death Row, full circle, and teases Missionary with Dre gossip says Dre once bet Snoop he couldn't finish a verse in 10 minutes. Snoop smoked it in 5, laughing. Pay up, Doc. Snoop's a legend, gangster to guru, still evolving. Now it's 2025, and Snoop's untouchable. Married to Shantae since 97, high school sweetheart holding it down through the chaos. Kids Cordell, Corey, Cord, all in the biz carrying the torch. X spills he once bawled giving Corey late night advice. Stay true, baby girl. Soft side peeking through the smoke. Gen Z don't clock the murder rap. They see a chill OG, smoking with Martha Stewart,